Greetings of the day, dear children. In today's English class, we'll start chapter 12, The Auto. It's a narrative poem written by Edgar Guest. Today, we will do the paraphrasing of the poem. So, before that, I'd like to give you a brief idea about the poem. This poem is actually about the importance of vehicles in our lives, how important automobiles are in our lives, how dependent we are on them, and how they make our lives easier. At the same time, the poet also focuses on the faults it has, its drawbacks. Now, let's read the poem and find out. An auto is a helpful thing. I love the way the motor hums. I love each cushion and each spring, the way it goes, the way it comes. So in the very first few lines, we come to know how poet is admiring the auto. Auto, by auto here, the poet means the automobiles, the vehicles. The poet says, I love the noise that the motor makes, the noise that comes when the motor plies on the roads. And I love each cushion and spring. I love the way the seat goes up and down, the way it moves, how comfortably I can sit in the car or any other automobile. It saves me many a dreary mile. It brings me quickly to the smile of those at home and every day. It adds unto my time for play. He says, I really like the way it makes my dull, boring, long distance very short. How, by the use of these automobiles, long distances shorts seem smaller. The dull and boring long distance becomes really small with the help of these automobiles. It brings a smile on my face when I think that I'll go home early and I'll have time to play, to do some other activities as well. It keeps me with my friends in touch. No journey now appears too much to make with meetings at the time. It gives me time to be a friend. It laughs at the distance and has power to lengthen every fleeting hour. It bears me into country new that otherwise I'd never view. So, in the second stanza, the poet says that it keeps me in touch with friends. I can go and meet any friend, or I can reach early home and have a meeting with my friends. Now, none of the journeys appear very long because with the use of these vehicles, they seem very short. They make the meetings they end the meetings fast because I reach fast and then I have time to spend with my friends. And these vehicles laugh at the distance. Why? Because for them, any distance is shorter because they have the power to cover that distance in a short time. It bears me into country new that otherwise I'd never view. They help me to see new places which otherwise is very, very difficult to reach. They are not approachable. With the help of these automobiles, I can see new places. It becomes easier. It's swift and sturdy, and it strives to fill with happiness our lives. It says that these vehicles, these automobiles, are very swift. They ply very nicely and gently without any problem. Sturdy and strive, very strong, and they cannot be damaged easily. They are very strong, and they strive to achieve. They can reach any distance. They are designed to reach the distances quickly, and they fill our lives with immense happiness because it makes our lives easier. When for the doctor we have a need, it brings him to our door with speed. So he says that if by any chance we are sick or we are in there's an emergency, because of these vehicles, these automobiles, the doctor reaches us easily, or we can reach the hospital easily. The poet is focusing on the positives of these automobiles. It saves us hour of anxious care and heavy heartache and despair. So then he says that it spares us. It doesn't let us feel that anxiety, that feeling of being worried or nervous because we reach the hospital or the doctor reaches us very fast. So we do not lose hope. We reach our destination in time, but it has its faults. But still I sing, the auto is a helpful thing. So in the end, the author concludes that yes, it has its faults, but still I feel that the positives are more, and the auto is a helpful thing. It has made our lives easier, better. So what are the faults? Faults can be, it causes pollution, right? Or it has made the use of these automobiles has made us very lethargic and lazy. It has minimized our physical activity. Our physical activity is very less. We don't walk much. So if you see the people in the village, they don't have a lot of transport moving around. They usually walk to their shops, to their fields, and they are very, very strong and fit. So there are some negatives as well. There are some drawbacks as well. So he says, but drawbacks are negligible. He says, still I feel it's a very helpful thing. So Edgar Guest in this poem appreciates this invention of automobiles. I hope you understood it well. Listen to the video a couple of times and read the poem, and pay attention to the words highlighted in red and learn their meanings as well. Thank you. Have a lovely day ahead.